Welcome to the deep dive. We know you want to get up to speed quickly, so today we're doing something a bit different, really zeroing in on just one word.
That's right. Think of it as a focused exploration. And the word today, based on what you wanted to explore, is uphold.
Uphold. Seems simple enough on the surface.
It does, but there are layers,
Yeah.
nuances. Our aim is just to unpack those a little, give you a richer sense of it quickly.
Great. Let's get started. Where does uphold even come from? The roots.
Okay, so it's got a solid Old English background, comes from upfielden.
Uphielden?
Yeah, it's basically a combination of up, meaning upwards,
Okay.
and holden, which meant to hold.
Huh. So literally holding something up. It's interesting how that physical idea carries over.
It really is. That sense of physical support, well, it evolved into the more abstract meaning we use now.
Which is, how would you define it today?
Generally, we define uphold as meaning to support or maintain or maybe confirm something. Usually things like laws or decisions or maybe values.
Right, so it's not just stopping something from falling, it's more about actively standing by it, maybe, especially principles.
Exactly. It's about commitment.
Okay, let's dig into those nuances you mentioned. How does uphold compare to a word like, say, support? They feel similar.
They do, but there's a key difference. Support is much broader, really.
Yeah.
You can support a person, a team, an idea, pretty much anything. Uphold, though, tends to be more specific. It often relates to supporting established rules or principles or some kind of authority. You support your local team, but you uphold the rules of the game.
Ah, okay, that clarifies things. What about maintain, like maintaining standards?
Good question. Maintain really emphasizes continuation, keeping something going as it is. You maintain order or maintain a building.
Keep it steady.
Right. Now, you might uphold standards in order to maintain quality, but uphold itself has that extra layer of, well, defending or affirming those standards. It's not just passive continuation.
And compared to defend, that sounds much more active.
It usually is. Defend implies you're actively fighting against something, opposition, criticism. You defend your beliefs.
Right.
Uphold can certainly be active, like upholding someone's rights, but it can also be a more passive institutional thing, like a court simply upholding its own procedures. It's not always a fight.
Okay, these distinctions are subtle but really useful. Let's make it more concrete. Where do we see uphold in just, regular life?
Oh, all over. Once you start looking, think about upholding family traditions. That's an active choice to value and continue something.
Yeah, good one.
Or a teacher upholding classroom rules fairly. That creates consistency, justice.
Yeah.
And we often talk about people upholding their values,
Right.
especially under pressure. That shows integrity. Even just representing your company, well, that's upholding its reputation.
Those are great examples. They bring it down to earth. What about on a bigger stage? News, reports, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's very common there, especially in law. You constantly hear about a court upholding a lower court's decision.
Meaning they agree with it, confirm it's legally sound.
Exactly. That upholds the legal precedent, gives the system stability, or you might hear officials vowing to uphold democratic principles.
A commitment to the system itself.
Precisely. And maybe a ruling that upholds a ban on something, confirming its legal status.
So looking across all these examples, from personal values to legal rulings, uphold seems to consistently mean standing by something established.
That's the core of it, yes. It signifies this commitment. It's often a mix of passively maintaining something and actively affirming it, standing firm for those principles or rules.
Fascinating. You wouldn't think one word could contain so much careful distinction.
Language is like that, isn't it? These small differences really shape meaning. Understanding them helps us be clearer, I think.
Definitely. So we've taken this deep dive into uphold, quite revealing for just one word.
It really shows the depth, doesn't it?
It does. So maybe a final thought for you listening. Thinking about everything we've just talked about, all these different facets of uphold, from the personal to the societal, what principles do you think are the most important to uphold? In your own life, and maybe in the wider world too, something to chew on. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.